Good morning, children. This is Aruna Rajaputra with today's social studies topic First Empires for class 6 state syllabus. Some years after Mahapadmananda, young man called Chandragupta Maurya became the king of Magadha. He started the Mauryan dynasty, a family whose members become the rulers one after the other. Chandragupta's son Bindusara, Chandragupta's grandson Ashoka ruled over Magadha kingdom and extended it to include most of the Indian subcontinent. The extent of the kingdom. It extends from the modern Afghanistan to Karnataka in the south and Bengal in the east. We come to know about the emperor from several books written around the time. One important book is Arthashastra, written by Kautilya or Chanakya, his name, a minister of the Chandragupta. He is Chanakya. Another was Indica, written by Megasthenes, an ambassador of the great king in the court of Chandragupta. We also learn a lot about these times from the inscriptions engraved on the orders of Ashoka in various parts of his empire, children. In the beginning, Magadha kingdom was confined to Magadha and nearby areas. Later, it included all the Mahajanapadas of those times. Here you can see all the Mahajanapadas. Here, Kamboja, Gandhara, Kuru, Panchala, Surasena, Kosala, Malla, Vajji, then Matsya, Chedi, Vatsa, Kasi, Anga. This is Magadha. And Avanti, Asamaka. All these 16 kingdoms were included in the Magadha, children. All the Mahajanapadas of those times. So, Magadha and nearby areas, but later it included all the Mahajanapadas of those times, the Magadha kingdom. It had the Hindkush mountains in the northwest. You can see here. It has the Hindkush mountains in the northwest, the Great Indian Desert, Gujarat, the Indus, the Ganges, the plateau of Malwa, and the vast forest of the central India, the Krishna, Tungabhadra Valley, and the Godavari Valley. Some of these areas like Ganga Valley, Krishna Valley, Malwa, Gujarat, and Punjab are very fertile and had densely settled villages and towns. Some other areas were important for trade and craft. Through them passed which connected large seaports and the other countries for trade, children. For some regions were important for mining, that is Suvarnagiri in the south, and other countries for trade, children. The Mauryan emperors were able to get resources and taxes from all the different kinds of places and people. The area around Patliputra was under the direct control of the emperor. He appointed officials to collect taxes from the people and punish those who disobeyed the royal orders. They were also spies, collected the information on the work of the officers, children. Here, Patliputra, present it is called Patna. Tosali, ancient city of Odisha, capital of eastern province of Kalinga kingdom. Suvarnagiri, which is in Karnataka. Then Ujjain, that is in Madhya Pradesh, on the bank of river Shipra. Pilgrimage center destination Mahakaleshwara temple is located here. This is Taxila, Pakistan archaeological site now, children. So this map is Empire of Ashoka, 2250 years ago. So the spies collected the information on the work of officers and reported to the emperors. The emperor issued orders through messengers and supervised them with the help of ministers and the members of the royal family. There were other areas or provinces which were ruled from provincial capitals like Takshila, Ujjain or Suvarnagiri. These were ruled by the royal princes. Takshila, Ujjain and Suvarnagiri were ruled by the royal princes who were also sent as governors. They could take decisions about the own officials and army to help them. The emperor would also send instructions to these people through the messengers. Between the provinces, vast forest and did not have many villages or cities, but were important as they had the roads on which traders, armies and the messengers had to travel. Though these roads, the Mauryans through these roads, the Mauryans reached areas like Suvarnagiri, where gold mines were situated, or Taxila, from where they could get goods from other countries. They collected taxes and tributes from these areas, also probably in the form of hides, wild animals, precious stones, gold, etc., and they allowed tribes to live without much interference. Here you can see the Ashokan Empire 2250 years ago, and trade routes you see in this map, children, and 5 important trade routes. One is from Patliputra to Sasaram, another one Patliputra to Taxila, another third one Patliputra to Kalinga, and next one Kalinga to Machilipatnam, and the fifth one is Kalinga to Suvarnagiri. World trade routes during the Mauryans, children. First one from Patliputra to Greece, that is from Patna to Greece. Next one from Patna to Sri Lanka. Third one from Patna to Egypt, children. Ashokan inscriptions during the Kalinga War. In the words of Ashoka, 8 years after becoming the king, I conquered Kalinga. About 1 lakh people died and about 1.5 people were captured. This filled me with sorrow. Why? Whenever an independent land is captured, lakhs of people die. Many are taken prisoners. Brahmins and monks die. People who are kind to their relatives, friends, slaves and servants too die or lose their ones. That is why I am sad. I have decided to observe Dharma and teach it to the others as well. I believe that winning people through Dharma is much better than conquering them through force. I am inscribing this message for the future so that my son and the grandson should not think about war. Instead, they should try to think about the ways to spread Dharma. Next, Ashoka, a unique ruler. About Ashoka, children. Ashoka was the most famous and the ablest ruler of the Mauryan dynasty. He was the first ruler to take the message to the people through the inscriptions on stone. Most of the inscriptions were in Prakrit and were written in the Brahmi script. Here you can see, children. Ashoka fought a fierce war to annex Kalinga and conquered it. But by seeing the bloodshed and violence, he was horrified and felt sad and gave up the wars totally. Ashoka, he was the only king in the world who gave up the war after getting victory. Later, Ashoka followed and propagated the policy of Dharma by inscriptions of Buddha's teaching and Buddhist monks. He appointed special officials by name Dharma Mahamatras to teach about Dharma, especially to the common man. Ashoka tried to solve all the problems of his subjects, that is people. He sent people to spread Dharma to other lands such as Syria, Egypt, Greece and Sri Lanka. He built roads, dug wells and built the rest houses. He advised the people to stop the slaughtering of animals, sacrifice of the animals. He arranged for medical treatment for both human beings and animals. Ashoka's Dharma policy, children. What is the Dharma policy? After Kalinga war, Ashoka abandoned the wars and adopted Dharma, which was nearer to the Buddhism. He did not involve worship of any god or performance of any sacrifice. Ashoka wanted to teach the Dharma to his people and to solve the problems. About what are those problems? Religious conflicts, animal slaughter, ill treatment of servants and slaves, quarreling among the family members and among the neighbors. Fourth, Ashoka inscribed his messages on rocks and pillars and instructed the officials to read them for the illiterate people. He appointed the special officers or officials called Dharma Mahamatras. Ashoka sent messengers to other countries like Syria, Egypt, Greece and Sri Lanka. Here, this is the portrait of Ashoka from Kanaganahalli. Recent discoveries of Kanaganahalli in Karnataka brought about a stone portrait of King Ashoka with the inscription in Brahmi script, children, which is called Ranya Ashoka. You should remember that this was made some 300 years after the death of Ashoka and as such may not have any resemblance with him in this picture. Next, this is the Sanchi Stupa. Sanchi Stupa in Madhya Pradesh. It is one of the most important stupa built by Ashoka. Can you see this hemisphere? This is the platform, children, and this is the umbrella, and this is the fence, children. Fence. This stupa is a Buddhist shrine built with mud and bricks on the platform, children. Later, now people are using stones at present. In the center, relics of Lord Buddha are kept. Relics means leftovers, the left relics which are left after the death, like nails, hair, bones of Ashoka. Then in the center, this represents the universe, children, which is based on the universe. At the same time, it is believed that the dome of the stupa represents the universe with the central pillar. Here you can see the pillar being an axis around which everything revolves and which connects the world below, the earth and the heavens. Pilgrims worship the stupa by offering flowers and going round in a pradakshina and meditating in front of the stupa, children. Here, Sarnath lion capital, Sarnath Buddha. Here, panel from the Sanchi stupa. This is, you can see the scene of people working here. And this is the Sarnath lion capital. Ashoka set up many pillars in many places with messages carved on them. They also had at the top some figures of animals. These are called capitals. The most famous among them is lion capital of Sarnath. This is set up by Ashoka in the place where Buddha's first preached his teaching. These 4 lions, majestic lions facing 4 directions, hold on their pedestal the wheel of Dharma. These 4 lions represent power, pride, confidence, courage. They show majesty and power. Here, bull is carved, children. Here, horse is carved. Opposite of this horse will be lion, and opposite of this bull will be elephant, and the 4 wheels will be there on this chakra also. And this lotus is a ubiquitous symbol of the Buddhism, children. Ashoka's Dharma policy, message to the people, children. Rituals are not useful. Be gentle with slaves and servants. Respect elders. Treat all the living beings with compassion. Do not praise your religious or criticize other religion. Understand the main idea of others' religion and respect it. The next topic, kingdoms and empires in the Deccan. The time that the Mauryan conquers the Deccan from the Godavari to Krishna, Tungabhadra river valley, much development of the village settlements and small towns in which iron tools, other items were made and sold. Also in some areas gold is mined, that is Suvarnagiri, and ornaments are made and stone, and some areas with forest, hunter-gatherers and herders live. These areas inhabited by groups of people are called clans. Some of the important person of the clans became the headman and settled disputes. Slowly grew wealthy and powerful and ruled the clan. So soon after the Mauryan Empire ended, many such headmen of such clans emerged, and small kings among them were Shatavahanas. So next rulers who came to the power after the Mauryans were Shatavahanas, and Shatavahanas' capital was Dhanyakataka near Amaravati, and Shatavahanas ruled from area was from Narmada river to Godavari and Krishna delta. Next after Shatavahanas, Kanishkas ruled. Kanishka's capital was Vijaypuri near Nagarjunakonda, children. So soon after the Mauryan Empire ended, many such headmen of such clans emerged as small kings. Among them were the Andhra Shatavahanas. Shatavahanas or the Andhras, who built a kingdom that extended from the banks of Narmada river to Krishna Godavari delta. Important Shatavahana kings were Gautamiputra Shatakarni, Vasishtaputra Sri Pulumavi, Yagnashri Shatakarni. Here you can see Gautamiputra Shatakarni, portrayed on coins, Vasishtaputra Sri Pulumavi portrayed on the coin. These people, they ruled about 2000 years ago. For 200 years, some of them used Dhanyakataka on the bank of river Krishna near Amaravati as their capital. Already I have shown in the map. They brought various clans, headmen and small kings under the control. Many of these headmen, women of these family, traders, etc. contributed to the Buddhist monasteries and stupas built in Amaravati, Bhattiprolu, Vadlamanu, etc. Trade developed with Bengal and Rome. We find coins, Roman coins, also Roman style pots. This is Amaravati Stupa, a panel from Amaravati Stupa. Gautamiputra Satakarni portrayed on coins, Vasishthaputra Sripulamavi portrayed on the coins. So after Shatavahanas, Ikshvakas came into the power with Vijaypuri as capital. Already I have shown in the map, located near Nagarjunakonda on the bank of river Krishna. And the important kings were Chintamula and Veerapurusha. They tried to bring together the various headmen and small chiefs by marrying people from other tribes and showed their distinctiveness by performing very expensive yajnas like Ashwamedha, Vajapeya, and made donations to Brahmins. They also claimed to be the descendants of Lord Rama of Ramayana. Women of Ikshvaka family were devoted to Buddhist saints and made large donations to the famous stupas and the monasteries of Nagarjunakonda, children. Here, the panel from Nagarjunakonda, you can see Mauryan dynasty, memory map, Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara, Ashoka, and administrative division of Mauryan Empire, areas under direct control of the emperor, provinces ruled by governors from royal family, forest tribal areas paying taxes and tributes only. Next task for this video is take a map like this, that is India outline, and mark Taxila, Gandhara, Ujjayan, river Ganges, river Krishna, river Godavari, Kalinga, river Mahanadi, Rajagriha, Varanasi, Prayaga, Sarnath, Patliputra to Machilipatnam via Kalinga trade route. Thank you all children. Have a nice day.